What's up everyone, I'm Casey Martin from Wine Country Pens, and this is going to be a video of me making a rollerball pen out of one of my lava and grapevine pen blanks. So I like to call it lava because that's what I think it looks like, but it is basically made out of Alumilite and some Pearl-X powder. Actually, in this case, it's mainly Alumilite powder, and it's called metallic gold. Anyway, if you're curious about how I made that pen blank, there will be a card at the top right of the screen if you want to watch the video on me making the pen blank. So right now I'm just cutting the blank to size for the specific kit. The kit I'm going to be making is a rollerball pen, and so it has a cap and then a body. And the body is the one that I'm drilling right now. It has a thinner brass tube that goes inside of it, a longer but thinner tube. And then that is the cap that I'm drilling right now. It's thicker, so therefore the tube is thicker as well. So once I drill those completely through, I glue in some brass tubes, which I don't show you guys because it's pretty straightforward. They're just glued in. And once they dry, I do what I'm doing right now, which is called barrel trimming. And what that does is makes the blank perfectly flush and perpendicular with the pen tube. And so what that is the best for is that when you're turning them down to the final diameter, which are these bushings that are flush now with the pen blank, it'll make sure they're completely flush and true with the pen kit components when you press them all together. So now I'm just going to be turning, and that will be a couple minutes. So what I'm going to do is play some music for you guys, and I hope you enjoy the turn. I'll come back to you guys in a bit. So now that the pen is finished, I sand it before I apply my CA finish. So I start with about 120 or 150 grit, and I work my way all the way up to 600. And the reason why I do that, even though I apply a CA finish, is because One, it makes the blank or the pen at this point really smooth, and you're not going to have bumps. And also, I like to think that by sanding it to 600 and then cleaning it with denatured alcohol, which is what I'm doing right now, makes the finish in the end better, because the CA finish, you're essentially applying a clear acrylic coat that you polish so that it's really shiny and see-through. But what it's seeing through, which is the pen itself, I think it's best if that is sanded and polished the best it can be as well, because then ultimately both finishes, if you will, although it's one total finish, are going to be the best. So what I'm doing right now is I apply a coat or two of thin CA glue, and I got this tip from Higgins of letting that soak in for a little bit and not using accelerator. And then after that, I'll apply a few more coats of thick CA glue, and in my experience, I haven't noticed any difference in the finish between the two. I do use stick fast CA glue, and so maybe they both are very similar. So I apply a few coats, and then once I'm done with that, in a second, I will be sanding with micro mesh. I wet sand, and as you can probably tell, my old lathe that I use for it definitely could use some touching up because it's definitely rusted, but that's pretty much all I use that lathe for. And so I start off with micro mesh's 600 grit, which is the yellow, and I spend a lot of time with this one normally because you want to get it as smooth as possible in terms of not having bumps, so that the later grits can do a better job. And then so that goes all the way up to 12,000 grit. Micro mesh grits don't correlate perfectly with normal sandpaper grits. It's kind of their own system. But so I'm on the purple. After the purple is the light blue, and then the gray, which is the final one, is the 12,000 grit. After that, I apply HUT Ultra Gloss acrylic friction polish. That's the white stuff I'm applying right there. And then here is what the pen looks like once it's all finished. I really think it looks great. I think the wood kind of blends but also stands out a little bit with this lava looking acrylic. Really like to know what you guys think. Here is the finished pen. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, no hard feelings there. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and want to see any of my future videos. I really appreciate the support. And let me know what you think down below, and also let me know what you think would be fun to do for a future video. I plan on posting another video within a couple weeks of some more sweet gum pod blanks I made, as well as a pen that I made from those, and so I'm really excited to show you guys that because it turned out really cool. So anyway, hope you guys have a great one. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.